Hello everyone, Jorge here with Avalos Cloud Native and Nexus Technologies, and today's video will be video number 3 for the playlist for Cloud Underground. What is this playlist about? This one right here, as you can see here. This is where we are actually studying and learning how to use the Underground-Nexus, which is basically a sandbox. We call it the everything IT because you have everything in there: redundancy, containers, microservices, zero trust, and a lot of concepts in IT like SOC, Security Operations Center, security event management, everything you can think of. We have those concepts in here. So whoever wants to work with us, just reach out. Reach out, we'll get you, we got you. We have a program where we are actually training people. There's a fee entry for whoever doesn't have any experience. We have coaching for you 24/7. If it's not me, someone else will reply. We guide you, and we do interviews one-on-one to see if you want to basically develop new technologies, have some kind of personal development, and grow with us. Because in the end, we want you to learn and we want you to stay with us. Because we're gonna use that skill gap that is out there. You're gonna build it with us, and then we do consultancy together. So, again, who I am? I'm Jorge, Avalos Cloud Native Technologies and Nexus Technologies. Third video for the playlist, Cloud Underground. Let's go. All right. So Cloud Underground. All right. So we last week we actually we did a deployment of the Underground-Nexus, which is this one right here. It's free. You can go into GitHub, just type Underground-Nexus or Underground Ops. You will find it and follow these steps. Please watch my previous videos. I have a video where I did the full deployment. It took like 28 minutes. And I did deploy. It is 2 versions: the OS version and microservices version. I did the microservices version, 28 minutes, pulling everything from the repository, deploying everything. So it wasn't that bad because, like I say, there is a lot of technologies in here. So then we did finish the deployment, and then the first step for you to understand all this, what I'm talking about, you need to watch previous videos. The commands are on the description. Again, it's easy. You can deploy from here, from the GitHub. Right, follow the steps, Underground-Nexus, or just watch my previous video in this playlist. So it says here, go to localhost 9050, right? But it's also telling us that we need to, for us to log in the first time, we need to basically restart the Olympia. So let's copy this command. We're gonna copy this, okay? And we're gonna restart basically a container, okay? So I have already an SSH connection, and I'm just gonna log in into that container. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna show you what kind of containers we got here. Docker PS. All right, so looks like we got. Well, I don't see. There's one in here for port 1000. Docker entry point. All right. Okay, so basically the container, I cannot see it because okay, I got it now. So what we need to do, we're just gonna restart Portainer. So we know if I do here IPA, what's the IP address of this machine? Right here, 192.168.99.212. So if I use the port for Portainer, so they telling me here is port 9050. So I'm gonna open my browser here. I'm gonna type the IP address of that container where I'm deploying the Underground-Nexus. I'm gonna type port 950. It says in here that your Portainer instance timeout for security reasons. To re-enable your Portainer instance, you will need to restart Portainer. And that's actually correct because in here, they give you a warning that you need to do that. So let's see, there is also another alternative over here. Let's see. Deploy. So it looks like you need to activate this. Well, we already did it. We did the activation last week with this command in here. Anyways, the Portainer is launching. We see it here, okay? But it's telling us we need to reset this thing. So what are we gonna do now? We are gonna copy this. And even though I cannot see the container, I'm just gonna run that in here and see what happens. Again, I'm gonna put these commands on the description. I always do that. And there you go. It did something in there. It did found it and restarted. So now I'm going to restart over here, and I want to see what's gonna tell me. So what's having an error, right? Now that error should be gone. So because this is the first time, maybe I'm gonna change the name. I change the name. There you go. Now we have access to Portainer, and Portainer is basically a GUI to manage your containers, and to manage the whole, all the microservices and containers. So we'd love to see what do we have here. So let's go to users, teams. Oh, there's nothing in here. Right, everything is new. Okay, how can I go into what's the next step it's telling us to do? Let's take a look. Underground-Nexus, we reset it. Once the install script completes, head to port 1000 and open Firefox to find the Get BIOS control panel to get started using the Underground-Nexus resources. So it looks like I can go here with port 1000. Okay, looks like. So I'm gonna try here from the outside. So of course I'm not on my local host because my personal computer. But now let's go back to the container for 1000 and see what's gonna show up. Ooh, look what I have here. I have a desktop. This is awesome. This is great. Now you get a desktop through the web browser, and it's basically a virtual machine, Ubuntu, running as a microservices, as a container. So how easy was that? I want to see how fast it is for now. So there is some special folders in here that you will learn after, in this one here, the Nexus bucket. But you learn how to do backups and all that. There is some special scripts in here. So this is running, it's not running that bad, it's running fast actually. All right, so this is awesome. I'm not able to see, okay, here. So how many containers do we have? So we have 15 services, let's start from here. 8 stacks, 15 services, 30 containers, only one container is down, 29 is our own. I got 28 images, 47 volumes, 4 CPUs, I have 17 RAM. This is basically my host, right? I have 1 node only. Wow, this is amazing. Now let's click in here and let's take a look to all the containers that are running in here. Well, only the GitLab is not running. I guess that maybe the first one fell or something like that. But most of them what do we have here? We have the Athena, we got code servers. This is probably OpenVS Code. This is probably the browser version of Virtual Studio Code. We got Rancher for Kubernetes, KS3, T3S, sorry, and what else? Let me see all the containers. Let me just drop down in here. I'm gonna say, show me 50 containers. Wow, we got a security operation center here. We got Wazoo in here. We got a lot of observability, probably Grafana. We got Grafana, Traffic. Wow. We got a WordPress site here too, which you can go to and test. This is great. So okay, so let's go back to the next step. So basically, I'm using Chrome. They were telling us to use Firefox, but that's okay. I guess the Get BIOS control panel, right? We already got access to it right here. This is the Get BIOS panel. So, what's the next step? Now, to use Underground-Nexus,